Welcome to this brief tutorial on evaluating websites. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to determine whether a website contains trustworthy information that is appropriate for college-level research. The internet can be a great source of information for your research paper if you know how to evaluate what you find. But remember, not everything that comes from the internet is from a reliable and trustworthy source. There are 4 factors that can be used to evaluate any website. They are authority, accuracy, currency, and objectivity. Authoritative sources ask who is the author or sponsoring organization, and what bias might this bring to the information. This can help you determine the website's trustworthiness. You may find an author whose credentials are not given on the website. When that happens, use Google or another search engine to see if you can find the information on the author elsewhere on the web. An accurate site presents information based on verifiable facts. It also indicates the source of the information and includes links to other reputable sources. Anyone can publish on the web, and their content is not verified by editors. It may include lies, distortions, myths, and stereotypes. A website with currency includes dates to indicate when the web page was written, placed on the web, or last revised. It also includes the most recent information. Additionally, it will have no dead links. Lastly, objectivity. All sites have some degree of bias, if only because the information that the authors choose to present. Some sites are deliberately on one side of a controversial issue. However, a site that strives to be objective must present information with a minimum of bias. Let's look at some examples. One of the largest sources of reliable information on the web are government databases. Most recent government documents are now available online, and each government agency will have a homepage. All government websites have a .gov ending in their web address. Scrolling through this brief entry from a medical encyclopedia and the government website Medline Plus, you'll notice that it provides references, a date it was last updated, an author and their qualifications, and lastly, it shows that this information was reviewed by another doctor. Our next example is of the website Encyclopedia of the Nations. At first glance, it looks very professional and authoritative. However, visiting one of the country pages, you'll notice that no author is listed, nor is there a publication date listed. It does, however, provide a list of references. And lastly, the site provides a publisher who, upon investigation, has questionable authority and credibility. Our last example looks at a not-for-profit organization's website. These sites often end in a .org in their web address. It is a good idea to always look at the About Us section or mission statement to see if there is any bias or one-sided message. Looking at sugar.org, we notice that it is founded by members of the U.S. sugar industry, and it seeks to promote the use of sugar. Remember, with any website, we can ask ourselves a few basic questions from our original 4 factors to decide if we should use this source or if there's a better information out there. Who looks at the authority and accuracy? When looks at objectivity? And lastly, why asks you, based upon the previous questions, why is this a reliable site? In this case, it is not very reliable based upon our 4 factors. This has been a brief tutorial on evaluating web resources. There are a lot of websites out there, so please choose the best sources. If you have any questions, contact a librarian at library@prescott.edu. Thanks for watching.